I'm at the visitor center just outside of Taos, New Mexico for the Earth ships. You can see the double greenhouse that they have here in front. And this is where I met Adam. Listen to him as he answers the 3 dream questions. You'll find a very unique perspective here. Okay, I'm talking to Adam, and we're at the visitor center at the Earthship community just outside of Taos, New Mexico. And I'm going to ask him the 3 dream questions. Are you ready, Adam?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the first question is, what are your hopes and what are your dreams?
My dream is to create a sustainable future so that children that I don't even have yet will actually have the opportunity to live a much better life than I've been able to live for the last 39 years.
Anything else go along with that?
Obviously using my skill, intellect, and creativity as an artist to help facilitate the change that the world needs through benevolence, compassion, generosity, and empathy.
Okay. And where did this come from?
This came from my travels. I've been everywhere from Denali, Alaska to Key West, Florida, and traveled all around and found that regardless of the differences that we have in race, education, economics, we're all much closer to each other than we really actually realize. And because of that, I have tried to spend my life becoming a benevolent bodhisattva, trying to share the passion that I have for other people with them, with creativity and inspiration.
So did your Buddhist thing get you into this, or is Buddhism just kind of a result of what you've been doing?
Buddhism was just a natural result of being exposed to the ideological zealotry of Abrahamic religions and understanding that there is more to life than just patriarchal authoritarianism, and that we are the masters of our own existence.
Interesting. Let's go back to when you were a child now. Do you have any memories of what you maybe wanted to become, or what your goals or what your dreams were?
I always had dreams about becoming a world-recognized artist and intellect. I've for a long time wanted to be a professional snowboarder. I never achieved that dream completely to fruition, but I did become a nationally recognized competitive snowboard photographer.
So you're familiar with GoPro?
Yeah, yes.
Maybe you can help me with my with my external mic problem.
I got out of the game just as that was getting hot.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sorry, I won't be able to help you. I'm a little too old for that.
As you look at your life right now, if you could go back to when you were 13 years old, what's some advice that you might have enjoyed having or you think would have served you?
I would have said, if I could talk to myself when I was 13, I would say don't fall for the involuntary indoctrinated idiocy of a vapid consumerist society that is a throwaway society. I would say look to everyone that you see as if they are your brother, because in all actuality, genetically speaking, they are.
Okay. What do you mean by throwaway society?
I mean that the mainstream American society is so wrapped up in vamping consumerism that it's not about appreciating what you have. It's always about coveting what you don't have.
Okay. And is there anything else that you would like to add?
I would like to say that the world that we live in is the world that we create. So the only way we can make the world a better place is by creating a better place. So instead of spending so much energy complaining about destroying the patriarchal, authoritarian, oligarchic, kleptocratic corporatocracy that we have here, the best thing that we can do is not waste our energy doing that, but instead expend it trying to create a better alternate reality for us that's based on empathy, compassion, and generosity.
So you're if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying that if we involve ourselves in constructive things, instead of working to destroy something that's not working, we build the alternative,
right,
side by side, and then people may or may not gravitate towards that.
Cognitive dissonance that most people have for the reality that we currently exist in is nothing more than Stockholm syndrome. They don't know of a better alternative, and they're afraid of stepping outside of their comfort zones to find and create that better reality.
I'm going to ask our viewers that don't understand cognitive dissonance or the Stockholm Syndrome to maybe take a look at that. If you could summarize that, maybe in layman's terms.
So cognitive dissonance means that it's something that's so challenging to your perception of reality that the mere thought of entertaining it completely destroys the reality that you currently exist in. Stockholm Syndrome is a term that it was designed to explain the way that a kidnapped person will, after a period of time, become to have benevolent thoughts of their captors as if they are almost like their mother taking care of them. So even though they may have been exposed to traumatic experiences due to their captors' behaviors, they still have this psychosomatic feeling that they should have some sort of benevolence towards their captor.
And so what you're saying then is that in the United States and maybe in other countries as well, people are empathizing with people who don't have their best interests in mind.
Exactly. We have come to a point in human evolution where we are glorifying oppression, glorifying ignorance, glorifying arrogance, and the only way we can change it is by looking inside of ourselves and refusing to look in the mirror and say that what we're doing is acceptable. We have to change.
Thank you very much.
For sure. Hopefully that was good.